Welcome to Long Island Stage. I'm glad you're here. We're live, as you well know, in the underground studios at Brightech, the Innsprint Studios. And I am really excited, as I always am excited, for these shows, because they've just been wonderful. We've had such great talent. And but tonight we have Gene Casey, who I've seen, at least a dozen times at the Grey Horse and other wonderful venues throughout the Long Island scene, and he's been around. Please take a minute and read Ed's blog about Gene and Pamela Lewis and John Hurley. Read those two blogs that went live in the last 24 hours. It's information about them. This really gives you a texture of what this is about. These are true professional artists, and they're here today in our studio to perform for you and to help bring the Long Island sound, this Long Island music, this genre that we have here, and bring it to the world. So we thank you for tuning in. It's a great opportunity to tell your friends, hey, hop on to this. Hop on istudios.tv. That's the best feed. That's the studio direct feed. Or watch on Facebook or YouTube. All those feeds are available to you. The show will be available after this, but it's always better to watch it live. And can you believe it's only 65 days since the stage started? It's amazing. Hey, I could go on forever about how exciting this has been and what to expect. But we're here for a good time, and we don't have a lot of time. So without further ado, Mr. Gene Casey and the Lone Sharks.
I came home, you was gone. I said, what the hell is going on? My poor heart fell with pain. See my guitar in the rain. Well, I rang the bell, tried the key. You know, I thought this place belonged to me. 5 long years down the drain. See my guitar in the rain. But the wood is good and the body is fair, despite all the rain and the wear and tear. Oh, what a sad, sad sight, sitting there tonight. Well, I hit the road, what could I do? Oh, worn and torn and sad and blue. I hitched a ride, jumped the train, and I played my guitar in the rain. Yeah. But the wood is good and the strings still ring, despite all the rust and the dust and the ding. Oh, what a sad, sad song it sings tonight. If you wonder where I'm at, well, you don't have to worry about that. Listen hard for the strings of a lonely guitar in the rain. Listen hard for the strain of a lonely guitar in the rain. Yeah. It's great to be here, folks, in this wonderful theater and this wonderful crew, and everyone is treating us so well, we don't know what to make of it. But my name is Gene, and we're the Loan Sharks. Without further ado, I love what I do. Hey, I love what I do. Girl, when I do it to you, it's a measure of pride. I'm gonna keep you happy and satisfied. I know what I am. I am a hard-working man, working on you. I love what I do. Well, I'm an old hand, honey, at this loving game. I've been around a while and I learned some things, the tricks of the trade to set your heart on fire. Put a lot of care into what I do, a whole lot of attention to the details too. You know it's gotta be right tonight. I'm the man to hire. I love what I do. Girl, when I do it to you, I give it all I got. Yes, and I have been told it's quite a lot. I love my career, having it here the whole night through. I love what I do, yeah. My daddy said, son, you be a happy man. Do what you like, do it the best you can. It took a little time to find where my talents lay. Come on over, honey, let me get to work. I gotta loosen up my tie, gotta roll up my shirt. I got a job to do, can't wait another day. I love what I do. Hey, when I do it to you, it's a measure of pride to keep you happy and satisfied. I know what I am. I'm a hard-working man. I'm working on you. I love what I do. Oh, when I'm working on you, I love what I do. Woo! Let that be a lesson to you. Do something that you like and do it the best that you can. And that's what we're trying to do here. Hey, that's Paul on the tenor saxophone. Paul Scher. Pete Crognally on the doghouse bass. And rockin' Chris Ripley on the drums. Hello, Chris. We'd like to do a brand new song for you folks way out there in TV land and online land. A brand new song. It's the ink is still wet. That's how new it is. It's called A Little in Love. And we're going to send this out to our new friend Pamela, wherever she is. This is for you. She liked this. Are we ready, boys? Oh, yeah. We're a little in love, but not all the way. Each of us wondering what the other might say. It's too soon to know it, it's too close to call. Little in love, that's all. Now your eyes tell me stories, your lips cannot tell. You are speaking a language I know oh so well. You give me a signal, I give clue. We're a little in love, it's true. We're a little in love, not head over heels. Each one is wondering what the other one feels. It's too much to tell you, it's too much to hear. Little in love, my dear, oh mama. There's yet to be passion, but sparks they could fly. The touch of your hand, the look in your eye. Each one is waiting for the other to blink. We're a little in love, I think. We're a little in love, as much as we dare, wondering how much the other one cares. It's too late to change it, we are how we are. Little in love so far. Yeah, yeah, we're a little in love, but not all the way. Each of us wondering what the other will say. It's too soon to know it, it's too close to call. A little in love, that's all. We're a little in love, that's all. Brand new song. I hope by the time you watch this, folks, it's #1. And speaking of #1, next song is one of songs we got lucky with because it was used in a couple of movies, and it's enabled me to never have to work again. Are they believing that one, Chris?
Probably not.
Okay. But we
Went
did get lucky
aluminum.
with this one. This is a romantic song. If you want to slow dance in your living rooms, by all means, it's called Who's Sharing the Moon? Who's sharing the moon with you tonight? Who's sharing the moon so full, so bright? And who's there by your side? Who's taking that midnight ride to see the heavens open wide for you? Who's sharing your dreams each night and day? Who's saying the things that I used to say? And who knows where to start? Who holds that key to your heart? Who knows the secret part of you? It should be me. It still could be. As the sun dips slowly out of sight, who's sharing the moon with you tonight? Should be me. it still could be. As the sun dips slowly out of sight, ooh, sharing the moon with you tonight. Who's sharing the moon with you tonight? We'd like to dedicate this next song to all our fellow musicians out there and here. It's been a rough year, of course, and we're all dying and itching to get out and play for the nice folks on Long Island. We have a wonderful scene on this island, and it's I think this layoff is really proving that people are just so ready to rock again. So this is dedicated to all our musician friends and their significant others who can't wait for them to get out of the house. Anyway, this is called Don't Bother Me, I'm Too Busy Rockin'. Hey! I called my little darling on the phone. Her dear old daddy said, man, she's not home. I asked him, sir, could you tell me where she's at? He said, son, I don't know. That girl of mine's a bit of an alley cat. Well, so I hit every honky-tonk in town. I was trying to track my little darling down. I found her at a place they called Giacomo Jack's. She was dancing on the tables out in bed. Don't bother me, Daddy, I'm rocking. Well, it's Saturday night, I ain't got time to lose. Well, don't bother me, Daddy, I'm rocking. And I ain't got time to hear you sing the blues. So I sat that woman down and I said, now listen, darling, it's time that you and I got engaged. But just when I was about to pop the question, a little rockin' and rollin' band hit the stage. Well, don't bother me, Daddy, I'm a rockin'. Well, it's a Saturday night and I ain't got time to lose. Well, don't bother me, Daddy, I'm a rockin'. And I ain't got time to hear you sing the blues. A saxophone. Then later on there came a fateful morning when I was to take my little darling for my bride. So I hurried on down to the chapel. I was trying to get my mama to arrive. Well, I don't know what to say about my darling. The way she stood me up, I will never understand. Someone saw her later on that evening, well, back at Jack's, swinging to the band. Yeah, don't bother me, Daddy, I'm a rockin'. Well, it's Saturday night and I ain't got time to lose. Don't bother me, Daddy, I'm a rockin'. I ain't got time to hear you sing the blues. Woo! a Saturday night and I ain't got time to lose. Don't bother me, Daddy, I'm alright. I ain't got time to hear you sing the blues. Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Michael Cuellar. I'm the co-founder of Ramona's Gift of Music Foundation, a nonprofit organization that helps bring the gift of music to children. And I think Gene said it best when he said why, so that we can give these kids the opportunity to do something they like and do the best at it. So Gene, that was a perfect set. Guys, absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Mike.
Really, thanks for being here
Great
tonight.
to be here.
Well, look, I gotta, just to go around. First off, I dare anyone to listen to that music and not tap their toes, put a big smile on their face, and really enjoy themselves.
Yeah, it's good pulse checker.
Right. You know what? Your bio and your history, there's a lot of accolades out there. But maybe for everybody, if we could just take a second, go around just where you're from, how long the band's been together, and how long you've been with the band.
Well, I'll start since I'm here.
Yep.
We started in the last century. A long time ago, and I hesitate to give you a straight answer, but I will tell you, it was June 1988. I was 15. No, I was a young guy, but we kind of got this version of the band. You know, bands they roll along, people
Sure.
come and go. But around 1997, this fella here in the middle, Chris Ripley, the drummer, joined the group, and that's really when we kind of got our identity.
Okay.
And then just about 2 years after that,
Right.
Paul Scher on the tenor saxophone joined, and that brought us to a whole other level. And then finally, we have the guy on the doghouse bass, Pete Brugnelli. He's been with us just for a few years.
Fantastic.
And we're getting along pretty well, I think.
No, it doesn't have the tenure yet with the group.
Yeah.
Paul, where are you from?
St. Paul, Minneapolis.
Really?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Found your way out to Long Island and
Yeah.
some time
yeah,
back.
I was out in New York, then to Milwaukee, and then back, and I live in Brooklyn.
Excellent. Well, I
Yeah.
think every group over 3 pieces has to have a saxophone.
Yes,
They
I
just do.
agree.
I like that.
Over
I
3
agree.
pieces. Chris, where are you from?
Originally Massapequa,
Okay.
and I'm currently in Deer Park, where they have the great water, as you know.
Yes, of course.
A lot of deer, too.
Yeah,
Yes, that also.
Everywhere you turn.
And Pete, where are you from?
I'm from Smithtown. Raised in Smithtown, and I still live in Smithtown.
Still Smithtown.
Yeah.
So we got a whole Long Island group here, which is fantastic. And we brought
Brooklyn's
you
part
over,
of Long
brought you in
Island.
from Brooklyn. It's to say,
Right.
there's no bridges
It's
to
on
cross.
the island.
I'm with you there. You know, you were sharing before, Gene, that, you know, some of your music has made it onto major, you know, movies, TV shows. I mean, what was that like when you,
Oh, that
when
was
those
really
opportunities
nice,
came
you know,
around?
because currently songwriters in Nashville and so on, what they really want is to get a song in a movie or a TV show.
Right.
That actually is better
Right.
than just having a cut on someone's album. And I just kind of walked into it. Some friends of ours made the connection with a publisher in L.A. And, you know, one of the songs that we did tonight is in a film called The Killing Season with Robert De Niro and John Travolta. And it's a very strange scene. They're in a cabin and there's a fire going. It's kind of a romantic scene, and our song comes up on the soundtrack. It's a little weird,
Right.
but no, that's really gratifying.
That's got to be an incredible feeling,
Oh,
right?
it's a great feeling, yeah. And the checks come.
That doesn't hurt either, does it?
You know,
Which
it makes
every
up
musician.
for a lot of those 3 o'clock in the morning drives for 2 hours to get home. You're wondering, why am I doing this?
Right.
But that's nice.
So what were your influences getting started in music? Because, you know, I'd read that you started in the Manhattan scene, found your way out to the east end of Long Island, and
I
they
keep
say
going
it's-
further. I think I'm gonna
the
be-
rest is
yeah.
history, as they say. But what inspired you in the
Well,
the style
what
of
inspired him is I have an older brother, Vincent, and he's the prime kind of Beatle era kid. So I was, you know, I was a little too young to see him at Sullivan, but I got the whole thing from my brother, dictated what is good and what isn't good. Grew up in a Beatle and Frank Sinatra household. That was my parents, and the Beatles, of course, their early records, they played a lot of kind of country and rockabilly songs. They did Buddy Holly songs and Carl Perkins. So when I learned the guitar, that's what I learned: 3 or 4 chord songs, and and then I always knew about Elvis, you know, and Chuck Berry, and I just kind of felt more comfortable playing simple, earthy, rootsy rock and roll than anything else. And I was kind of a misfit, you know, for my age. But when it came time to kind of form a band, like a bar band, let's do blues and rockabilly and country music because we all love that.
And it is the original rock and roll. I
It
mean,
all
it really
sure
is. This is all the original rock and roll that you're listening to, the Americana rock and roll, which
that's
is a
what
great
it
feel.
is. Yeah.
So when you found your way out east, I guess you know the audience were building out there. Obviously, the
Well,
east
back
was a little
then,
different.
Mike, back then there
Yeah.
were a lot more places to play live
Right.
music back then, and so our band kind of got popular right away, and it became my job.
Right.
It took over from anything else I was trying to do,
Right.
and started to book the band and got more serious, and you know we've somehow kept it together all these years thanks to these guys.
And then you have some albums that are out there, of course, and I know there's 2 that are a little more recent. Maybe you want
Yeah,
to share that with
there's
everyone?
2 that you can find really easily.
Right.
But we've 6 or 7 CDs since 1997.
Right.
Almost entirely original.
Okay.
music.
Guitar in the Rain, I believe, right? That's around
That's-
2017.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
and
a,
then- and
that's
then
a
you-
pretty good one.
You have one. That's a great one.
Thank you.
That's the song you ended with. That was.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't Bother Me is on that one. It's
Yeah,
a
don't.
great song. And then also you have a new one out in 2020, right? It's basically an Essentials.
Yeah,
Essential.
that was it's called Free Country. It's kind of a, dare I say, a best of. It's hard to have a greatest hits
Right.
when you haven't had a hit. But
People might argue with that. I think
Okay.
it's fantastic music. So, you know, the reason Long Island Stage really got together is because, you know, there was a vision understanding what, as you had said before, this pandemic had done to musicians. Certainly here on Long Island, and recognizing the talent that we have on Long Island. I guess the question is, you know, in the last year, how has it affected you? How have you stayed connected with your audience? Has it changed your outlook coming out of it right now in what you're doing or how you see yourself performing moving forward?
well, I like to answer that because what we did instead were a whole bunch of online shows, like from my house.
Okay.
And what I noticed was how the audience needed each other as well as the musicians. They would be making comments, and I realized that, you know, when you're a performer, you think it's about you, but it's really not. It's about the audience and their social life and their sense of community together, and us. We're just part of it.
Sure.
So it was kind of a humbling experience to realize we're just part of a kind of the machinery of music and society and community. And I don't know how you guys survived the pandemic.
Did you find yourselves getting involved with other things or looking at music in a different way that you were perhaps, you know, staying engaged during this time? Because, you know, well said.
They were just happy not to have to deal
Cold
with it.
turkey. Cold turkey has got him on the run.
Yeah.
It did become cold turkey. That's how quick it happened and got quiet out there. And from this side, I can tell you we certainly miss the music because I'm one of those that like going out there and seeing live bands, as many people do on Long Island, and it's definitely been something that we've missed. Do you see it different for yourself going forward now, and on how you're looking at the gigs that you're taking?
Yes, we're very grateful that we've booked like about 50 gigs for the year,
Right.
which is pretty healthy
Right.
considering. And they're mostly outdoors,
Right.
so that's working out. I have a newfound appreciation for people who do come out and pay money
Right.
to see the band. You know, you kind of take it for granted when you're doing it for a long time.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and but I really have an appreciation for what music means to people, and because it's always meant so much to me.
Right.
And also we're trying to be a bit more focused and more selective,
Mhm.
not burn ourselves out.
Right.
Just play the gigs that we really love to play.
Makes
And
sense.
it's going to work out. I'm pretty sure.
Where can people follow you? Where can they find out where you're going to be performing? How can they can they follow the group?
In a police blotter.
That's a good spot.
GCasey.com, loansharks.com has our schedule, and
Facebook.
Facebook,
Yeah,
we're all
Facebook,
over. The social media
Yes.
is a necessary evil,
Yes, it is.
and yeah, we're in there.
Okay. You know, I did want to share something because, you know, you were awarded the Long Island Sound Award from the Long Island Music Hall of Fame. That had to be something special, which recognizes Long Island musicians and obviously the contributions they've made to the landscape of music.
Yes.
So that was around 2015 or so, I think it
Yes,
says, right?
yes. That was really nice. They're really trying to make it a very serious Hall of Fame museum.
Right.
And to get that award was really shocking to me.
Right.
You know? And when people do that, it's just a confirmation that the work is paying off.
Right.
You know.
Well, I have to share two quotes that I think really ties into what we're doing here at the Long Island stage and recognizing Long Island musicians. So one of the quotes was from James Faith from the Great South Bay Festival. And he's talking about Gene, and he says, he's definitely one of those bands that's created the music fabric of Long Island. And that's what we're talking about here, how we recognize Long Island musicians, right? And what we bring to it and different dynamics that take place. And then one other one that I have to share was from Howard Thompson, WPKN Bridgeport. He says, I put Gene Casey against any national act you can name. I think Long Island really should know they have someone very special in their midst. And I have to say, I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today, guys. We really look forward to seeing more
Thank
of
you,
you.
Mike.
And with that, I'm going to hand it back over to the crew. Thanks for being with us.
Hey, Mike, that was great. A great interview with Gene and the Loan Sharks. You know, we're here for a reason, and that reason is to create really excellent music tracks and video tracks for these artists to go out and get back in the lineup. Gene, of course, and the Loan Sharks are well known, and they've done a great job promoting themselves, and they've put in a lot of years of work. That work is paying off for them, but there's a whole new group of people coming up, and we want to support them. And how do we support this operation, this great stage that we've created in just a few short time? We have some early supporters, and they've been fantastic, and we couldn't do it without them. So I'd like to throw it out to a new supporter, Makery Long Island. It's a candle company, and it's a wonderful thing. Hopefully you'll see a little video of a clip of their stuff. We're going to be running some great events next week, which you may know it's our last show for this series. Don't be upset. We're going to run some more, but we're going to take a pause and kind of collect ourselves and really, what do we do to make sure that we're doing the best we can do to promote Long Island's professional artists, and also to seed through Ramona's Gift of Music that next generation and future generations. So music, which I think that quote from the radio station, "It's the fabric of life," is certainly what music is to me. We also want to thank Fathom Clothing. A lot of guys in the crew are running around today with Fathom clothes on. It looks like a uniformed event. There's some new Fathom Clothing stuff out. Encourage you to take a peek at that. Certainly Compel CEOs. One of the reasons Brytech has been around for 30 years is because of Compel CEOs. And they are a great organization. If you know a business owner who wants to grow, wants to stay stable for a long period of time, recommend Compel CEOs. And 3G Warehouse, who's been a great supporter. These early supporters have made this possible, and we need more. So if you like what you see here on Long Island Stage, consider becoming a supporter, a sponsor, or an underwriter. There are opportunities in all cases to help out, move this mission forward. We're only 60 days in. We have a tremendous reach, and I appreciate all the help everyone has given us. Certainly, the efforts to promote today's Long Island sound and tomorrow's Long Island sound through Ramona's Gift of Music is there. Now, right after this short commercial break, because we got to pay for things, we're going to hear from Pamela Lewis and John Hurley. And again, you know, I get the fortunate of hearing this twice somewhat, because I get to hear it from my office. And you're really going to like this. This is really professional sound. You can tell that these people have been at this craft for a very, very, very long time. I'm looking forward to it. I know you are too. Don't go anywhere. Pay attention to our sponsors. Like us on Facebook, and please help us build this community. And thank you for watching Long Island Stage.
I may not hear you when you call my name. I may not hear your voice. I may not know you're there. Oh, but if I do, I'll feel the weave of your words, and I'll feel the shapes of your thoughts, and it will be oh, 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 I may not feel you. Oh, when you take my hand, I may not feel your touch. I may not know you're there. Oh, but if I do, I'll feel the earth move in your heartbeat, and hear the ocean in your breathing. I'll trace the fountains of your feelings, and it will be the most wonderful thing that I know. I know, I know, I know that if I do, I'll feel the earth move in your heartbeat, and hear the ocean in your breathing. I'll trace the fountains of your feelings, and it will be, oh, yeah. Hi. It's such an honor to be here on Long Island stage. It's so exciting. I'm Pamela Lewis. This is my husband, John Hurley. And we've been writing original music for a long time. And this next song is called Untrue Love. And it is not about us. Steadfast and stronger than any man. That's what I thought you were. Yeah. Well, I've been under the wrong impression, and honey, I can't go unheard. Ooh, yeah. Untrue love sets a strain on my heart. Now I see who you really are. For all I am and I do for you, your mother I will never outshine. Who says I want to? How can you say you'll try? You can't just grow up overnight. Hey, yeah. Oh, untrue love sets a strain on my heart. Why can't you finish what you start? Oh, you're childish and whining. There's something wrong. Your weakness is coming on too strong. Hey, I am crossing over this mighty bridge. It's nature overwhelms like you. Yeah, but I'm just passing through. Oh, untrue love sets a strain on my heart. Why can't you finish what you start? Yeah. Untrue love sets a strain on my heart. Now I see who you really are. This next song is called Beside You. And we wrote it for a dear friend who was going through a really rough time. And I think that relates to just about everyone. When the words don't come easy, and the mountain is too high. Turn around, you will see me, and I will help you climb. Don't give up, 'cause I'll be right there beside you. When it's hard to keep your head up, and you stumble and you fall, and your thoughts take shelter in the dark, and you feel lost, don't surrender, 'cause I'll be right there beside you. I know that everything is easier said than done. I know it's hard, but you're not alone. No, 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 no. You're not alone. You're not alone. When the wind has been taken out of your strong sails, keep your eyes on the horizon, ride the wave, it never fails. Don't forget that I'll be right there beside you. You can count on me to be right there for you when you fall. If the darkness comes, you know I'll be right there for you. Yeah, yeah, I'll be right there for you. So John and I have been married for 15 years, and we never had a fight that he won. That's my favorite joke to tell. We wrote our own wedding vow song, and this is it. Never in my life have I felt so much, and we're standing here face to face despite all my fears, 'cause I need your love. Oh, I need your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lover, I want to share with you all I am. Forever in this kiss we shall withstand, 'cause I need your love. That's when you say, finally found my one. That's when you say, finally found my one. That's when you say, I finally found my one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I am a Long Island girl through and through, and I just love Billy Joel. I mean, you know, who doesn't love Billy Joel? And I grew up with him in my ears my whole life, so I felt very compelled to write a whole show, a cabaret show, with my versions of what of how I wanted to sing his songs. And Billy, I hope you're listening. You Long Island boy, you. And this is also our wedding song, so yeah, no. Don't go changing to try to please me. You never let me down before. Don't imagine you're too familiar, and I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you in times of trouble. We never could have come this far. Took the good times, and I will take the bad times. I'll take you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion. No, don't change the color of your hair. You always have my unspoken passion, although I might not seem to care. I don't want clever conversation. No, no. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I could talk to. I want you just the way you are. I need to know that you will always be the same old someone that I knew. What will it take till you believe in me the way that I believe in you? I said I love you, and that is forever. I promise from my heart, I could not love you
Welcome back. You know, Brian started off the night saying that the performance tonight were going to be unbelievable, and after listening to Pamela and John, obviously he closed out the show perfectly, and he was spot on what he said. Guys, welcome to Long Island Stage. Great having you here.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
That was fantastic. It just shows what a fantastic guitar player with a great composition and a phenomenal singer
you.
can do together. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
So I have to ask you, so, you know, you shared that you're married 15 years. So give me a little background. How did you guys get together? A little background on your music and how this all started.
We met in a rock and roll band.
Really? No kidding. Cover band? That was.
No, it was original.
Yeah,
Okay.
Original rock band.
Okay.
Duncan Lamont.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yeah. We were looking for a backup singer,
Right.
and we met Pamela, and we knew immediately. We're like, well, she's not going to be the backup singer with this band for long, but
Right.
she wound up singing a couple of leads with that band, and then
That was a fun band.
yeah, that was a great band. It was a great band. Many moons ago in a nice cool studio in the city, 801, 802.
Yeah, the
In
music
the
building.
music
The music building
Really?
on 8th Avenue and 38th
Yeah.
Street.
So you move away from the rock band and you decide that there's something here as a duo that you can go out and do, or you were you
I
still
think it was
playing
just
with
like
other
a
groups?
natural thing. I think it was a natural thing for him and I to do the kind of music that you heard tonight. But yeah, I mean, he's in another band. I'm in a different band. You know, we have our own stuff on the side, but we're our core is just guitar and vocal, and it's just it's pretty cool to make music with the person you're in love with.
That's
so.
amazing. So when did you both get the bug for music? All right. When did you realize that this was something that you really needed to pursue? And what influences did you have as musicians that you looked at? I know you love Billy Joel, as you said before,
Yeah.
but there must have been some other influences that caught your attention and
Sure.
really drove you.
Sure. I started playing, I was 5. I saw Glenn Liddell play and we were at a recital in kindergarten. And I said, that's what I want to do. I want to play guitar. And I bugged my mom until she got me a guitar. And that was it.
Really?
That was the beginning of it.
Oh, and I
And how
love
about you,
like the
Pamela?
stories about like his mom. He would fall asleep practicing every night with the guitar. He would just fall asleep on the guitar, and like it's such a.
Pure
I
love
wish
of
he took
music.
a picture of that.
And how about you, Pamela?
I just knew I liked entertaining people. I knew I liked to make people feel good, and my first performance was when I was 5 as well, at a huge a party that the whole family was at, and somebody asked, would someone like to sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? And I said, oh, me. So I went up and sang in front of 150 people, and I was like, oh, this is where I belong.
That was
so
it.
it was kind of
Now
it was a given.
And you've covered different genres of music also, right? From
Yeah.
Manhattan out to Long Island in between.
I do a lot of different genres, and I think, and that's the cool thing about music. You could just do whatever you feel like, and I love it all. The only thing that I really haven't mastered is opera, but we'll see.
Fair enough. I think you could do it too. So we were asking everybody, obviously earlier, during the pandemic, obviously how it affected musicians locally and everything that's gone on. And I know we talked a little bit early, and you guys have a very interesting story that I think would be great to share with everyone. Like, what you did during that time.
Right. When lockdown started last March, we were noticing that a lot of families, the weather was just starting to get nice. We noticed a lot of families just walking around our neighborhood, and we were meeting people that we had never met before. And
From afar.
We were sitting, but we're sitting on our porch, and we're thinking, we could just set up the PA right here. Why not? I didn't want to do a concert from inside my house. I wanted to be outside, and we set up right on the porch, and we started a porch series concerts.
Really?
And we did a bunch of concerts over went in the nicer weather, obviously.
They must have loved it.
Yeah,
because
it
I
was
could
great.
imagine people
It was
were just
great. It was
dying,
great.
starving for music.
People literally would come by. They were walking their dogs. They were taking their kids out just to get out of the house.
Bicycle rides, and then we started posting it on our local town page on Facebook, and people would message me, when is your next concert?
When's the next concert?
And they would come with beach chairs, and they would just kind of set up shop, of course, with social distancing and masks and everything, and a cooler or two was to be seen.
They were in walking distance to home.
Yeah, and they were exactly. And we have we have a tiny little porch, but we have kind of like a big property in the front of our house. So people just kind of set up shop and watch the show, and then other people would just walk by. They would stay for a song or two, and then they would continue. It was fantastic, and it felt so good to give back to the community. Also, that's what we do.
Right.
And everything was on lockdown. Everybody knows the story.
Right.
So it was really nice to get that energy, because there is an energy when you perform live for people, and it was really appreciated. So we're going to start that back up very soon.
Season two is
Season
Well, I was going to
two.
ask you that because
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll all be looking for it, right?
Yep.
They'll all be
Oh, yeah.
asking when that's
They're
happening
already
again.
asking. They're already asking.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you could reserve spots in our driveway.
Right.
And but we do.
We'll have to come down if
Yeah,
we're Long Island
that would be
Stage and check it
great.
out.
I have a lot of friends now that just started going back to doing gigs
Right.
again in Long Island, and they're still streaming them as well. So what if you can't make it out
Right.
that night because you're taking care of your kid, or you just maybe
Right.
you're just not ready to go out that night? So people could still check out music at home as well as going out.
As the
So
live thing,
why
yeah.
not?
Right, right.
Why not stream everything?
So you have original music, you do some cover in your own arrangements of
Oh
it,
yeah,
of course.
and that's the other cool
You
thing
know?
about the Porch concert series. We're like, we're
we
going
can't
to
do the
run out of
same songs
music.
again.
Yeah, so we kept on learning covers that we've always wanted to do, and like we put the Pamela and John spin on it, and so we learned a lot of new cover tunes, which was so cool.
So where can people find you now? Where can they follow you, find out what's going on with you both, and when they can come and see you again, or where they can find you?
Ooh, sorry. Definitely Pamela Lewis on Facebook and John Hurley on Facebook.
Okay.
Just our basic, our personal pages. I post stuff all the time, and I have been posting all week about this performance.
Fantastic.
This Long Island Stage is great.
Well, we're very fortunate to have you guys here today. I did share a quote earlier for Gene. I have to share one that I found for you that I
Okay.
thought really was spot on, listening to you and with the dynamics of the different music that you play. Quote said, speaking of you, Pamela, she makes it look so easy. A performer in full control of her gifts. She moves from pop standard to show tune to jazz to rhythm and blues with aplomb. And in case you don't know what that means with self-confidence, which you clearly show out there. And we really appreciate having you here tonight. It was great. We look forward to seeing some more of you in the future, and we'll all be looking for you on social media and see what shows you have coming up. I want to just thank Long Island Stage for allowing Ramona's Gift of Music to be a part of this. We support children so that they can someday have the ability to do this. So we thank everyone for being here tonight. And Brian, I'm going to kick it back over to you.
Thanks, Michael. And John and Pamela, what a great, it's just nice to see a married couple doing this thing together. The stories about the shows on the porch, I mean, that's going to be going to probably continue into the grand, generations of generations. They're going to say, well, they did this, they did that. And this is what Long Island music is about. It's what all music is about. But here are stories that we can feel. The interviews to us are important because it's great to know the artist. That depth of information is what we can do for our neighbors who are musicians and what we can do to hold our communities together. It's a great opportunity. I'd like to take a minute out to talk to you about something really special, a one-of-a-kind opportunity that we're going to have. And hopefully you're going to be seeing on the screen a little bit a pair of Bowers & Wilkins speakers. These are very high-end audiophile speakers which have been painstakingly painted by one of Long Island's greatest artists, Marielle Belojonis. She's has a studio. You're going to see more about her next week. As soon as this series is over, that set of speakers is going to be made available to some very, very special person. All the funds from that sale are going to go towards this project and Ramona's Gift of Music. These are special, one-of-a-kind. It's a seashore. I mean, she just nailed it. Her style and Long Island is just spot on. A wonderful, wonderful artist. There's plenty of work. You're going to hear a special spot about her next week. We've got to do what the news does. We've got to put something next, so you tune in. Next week, we've got some great acts coming. And check out the site for that and all those things that are happening. Just to be personal, I cannot tell you how warm I am knowing that so many people are getting a benefit for this. And I don't just mean the artist. I think all of us who love music, to be able to enjoy and see that passion play out. Yes, we're not seeing it live, but we're trying as best as we can here at the Instrument Studios to make that connection, to give you that experience the higher quality, put on a pair of headphones and really listen to it. And you can listen to it over and over again. And we hope you see in this and feel in this the same energy that we do at the studio. We're really trying hard for that, and we're going to keep on trying. We have a wrap-up meeting coming up right after the next show to really put the fine-tuning on it, and then we will be back. Long Island Stage is not going away, but next week is your last opportunity to see this Series 1 live show. So we hope you tune in. So without further ado, we're going to close up the show. Thank you again. I can't tell you how proud I am of our crew here at the studio. They've really put their heart into it. The people that are behind the scenes here are truly professional. This is what they do for a living. It's not some people that just decided to get together and put a show on. And we're going to keep on doing it, and we're going to get better, and we're going to help Long Island's musicians and Long Island's music community get back to rock on. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Jamie Ramarini, and I proudly run Compel CEOs side by side with my father. We are a membership organization supporting business owners and executives on Long Island. Instead of telling you about our organization, I'll let you hear from some of our members on their success as a business owner.
Compel has given me access to an incredible group of business owners and professionals who listen and really care about the success of my business.
Compel has helped me grow myself and in turn helped me grow my business. I've been able to sell my business twice to private equity, and it continues to do well.
My Compel family gave me the wisdom, education, and encouragement, the strength and everything else to keep going.
If you know or are a small business owner or executive, give us a call.
Hey guys, when it comes to shooting live events, Zooms, or even podcasts, do you feel like you're stuck in a box? Well, what I want you guys to do is check out Insprint's studio at Brytech. These guys have one of the best kept secrets on all of Long Island. So if you want to make sure your event goes perfect, check this out. They have a full media tech support crew. They have all the equipment and some of the best spaces to shoot any kind of events. And I'm a PJ professional. I shoot live virtual coaching events with people tuning in all around the world. I don't want to leave that to chance. So whether you need some kind of special backdrop, let's say you want to be shooting from a conference center, let's say you want to be shooting from the beach, or you want to be shooting from a golf course, and you want to have an amazing backdrop like this to hit golf shots into, you can pretty much do anything with Brytech. So check these guys out, one of Long Island's best kept secrets. If you want your event to go perfect, this is the place to be.
Every night I lie awake, watching clocks and counting days, wishing I was with you already. I don't know how long I'll last. If I don't get to you and fast, I think I might just break my heart so heavy. Don't know when or how or where, but I'll be coming through. So expect me soon. I will run or drive or fly, whatever I have to do to get to you. I'll get